Minim say what say yes say some 2 aircraft be abelandi wa Ghana has na 2 aircraft we carry some kind of cocaine and our things so money laundering ni kika on bebe. Minim say what but then onyantie mu date senior asem no esi etie aha authentic plus studio make sure so be like you be subscribe we are now share ama from so anya bi ahwe until on the 2nd of April ena honorable member edema Asin South John Ntim Fordjour ebe make some allegation and I say bia obe raise some alarm bi say we nyanti yes 2 cargo airplane bi abelandi Kotoka International Airport o mususu say sa airplane we abelandi carry some kind of cocaine.
On the matter of air med flights and Cargo Air private jets transporting suspected cocaine and cash. Ladies and gentlemen, on another security matter related to our airspace, the Minority Caucus calls on national security to, as a matter of urgency, make public the content of cargo suspected to be cocaine and cash transported into the country by 2 suspicious flights, namely Air Med flights N823AM and Cargo Air private jets Antonov and 12B.
Enchanche NHS His Excellency John Domani Mahama no ankasa ni page so ekotwe ka say if say bia near 8 Ntim Fordjour eka no say yampa dia and they wama national security for any EIB and afenso no other security agents kwan say omonko no mko yenhwehwem together with honorable Ntim Fordjour onko prove anase bia onfa ne prove say yes play no abelande na these are some of the substances carry enti wachi NHS invite honorable Ntim Fordjour say on man say o me answer questions bi e ko bisa no o se ono de information on the babonte no enye ono ankasa ni information anase bia enye ono ne pe na emom he was speaking on behalf of a committee ono edano enti asem no kan no enye ono ankasa ni say but for the committee ono edano enti anche bia na Felix Kwakye Ofosu ono na spokesperson edema the president edin sembi beto abonte ocheche mu say in fact indeed 2 aircraft no dey ebelande wa Ghana has but on a legitimate course enye se bia ne bone so enye se bia omo be transport illegal things and I say illegal substances senya John Ntim Fordjour can enye sanete plane dey ebelande na plane cramp no first aircraft no Antonov 12 VK with a registration number CVK 7037. Na no cramp no landing na belande cramp no for emergency landing. Ebuso share video no.
In the last few days, the disinformation machine of the new Patriotic Party has been ratcheted up, and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now, no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now, the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Rwanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kotoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend Ntim Fordjour. So, in a nutshell, the claims of Ntim Fordjour are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence.
Enti Felix can say pepe no de to no Osaka say na nia John Ntim Fordjour nyina na say bia obetry so create some agenda bi na akwai say bia oba betanish the president image say na bia Ghana for be say be kafrache e ba na katahye ne proya ono so no odi mu akotene because won say nan say wa start air prosecute wa start chichi amanfo bi saa ECG containers na e so far so good no improvement no ekosoro so far ye hu say ya che 12 Chinese people bi a omo so yesu say omo kan ho bi and afin so ya say retrieve some of the containers enti no Ntim Fordjour ehu say saa na ma we nyina say wanya fast am passing bi anka amfa tanishi the president image ahwa Ghana for ebe trust Mahama too much enti na oye saa na ma we nyina enti Ghana for say moti say bibi say ekoso na say na tie enyampa say aircraft na be landi wo Ghana ha say no omo transport cocaine omo ye money laundering dabi enti sa but na emo omo be landi on the legitimate purpose Ghana Aviation Center and afin Kotoka International Airport for and omo landing permits and omo de landi enye say bia se be kafa che ne bone so enti Ghana for muti asemesi amama makoma entomo yem hwe ni wa ebetimi esi aha authentic plus studio make sure so be like you be subscribe you and wa share ama fofo so enya bi ahwe